The author of this story is Vijendrakumar Karn. For the past few days, the cold had increased tremendously. That's why very few people could be seen at crowded places, whether it was the road, the bus stand, the cinema hall, or the railway station. It was 11:30 at night. Alok was waiting for his train at the station. He was extremely upset because the train was supposed to arrive at 7:30, but even by 11:30 there was no sign of it. He had gone to the inquiry counter several times, but each time the railway staff said the same thing, that due to heavy fog there was no update yet. Once, a staff member even scolded him, saying, "How many times will you ask the same question? We will announce it when we get information. Stop disturbing us." It was a very small station. There was neither a good waiting room nor big shops. Silence was spread everywhere. Only a few dogs could be seen, curled up due to the freezing cold. Alok kept looking at them and then at himself. He felt his condition was no different from theirs. Suddenly, the silence was broken by the barking of the dogs. They were barking and whining continuously. Alok couldn't understand what had happened to them. He was trying to find the reason when suddenly he heard an announcement that his train was about to arrive on platform number 2. Alok was already standing on that platform, so he didn't panic. But then his eyes fell on the railway track, and what he saw shook him completely. He saw several people standing in the middle of the track. They had sharp weapons in their hands. 2 of them were holding severed heads, one of a girl and the other of a boy. Blood was dripping from them. All of those people were staring directly at Alok. Terrified, Alok screamed and ran. He reached the inquiry counter, panting, and said, Sir, there are terrifying people on the tracks with severed heads. Please inform the railway police." The staff glared at him and yelled, "What is your problem? Why are you disturbing us? What nonsense stories are you making up? There has been no announcement. If there was, we would have made it." Alok was confused. He clearly remembered hearing the announcement. Terrified and restless, he sat on a big table a little away from the counter. The faces of those severed heads kept flashing before his eyes. He tried to sleep, and soon, with his eyes burning from exhaustion, he drifted off. 10 minutes later, an announcement woke him up. His train was arriving on platform number 2. Startled, he got up and walked toward the platform slowly. The train arrived shortly after. His seat was in the A1 coach. He boarded, found his seat, and sat down. A minute later, the train began moving at full speed toward its destination. Most passengers around him were asleep under blankets. Alok took out his own blanket and tried to sleep, but the horrible scene refused to leave his mind. After a while, loud voices woke him up. Several armed men had entered the coach and were waking everyone up, asking, "Have you seen a boy and a girl around 18 to 19 years old?" Everyone shook their heads. Alok wanted to protest but remained silent due to their weapons. After some time, they left. Alok again tried to sleep, but soon he felt someone shaking him awake. Irritated, he removed his blanket and froze. A boy and a girl with their faces covered were waking him. "Who are you?" he asked. The girl said, "Brother, my name is Alka. I love this boy very much. His name is Suraj, but no one accepts our love. Our entire village wants to kill us." "Why?" Alok asked. Suraj replied, "Brother, I belong to a lower caste, and Alka is from a very high caste. The villagers cannot tolerate this. We secretly got married, but somehow the village found out." Alok realized that the armed men from earlier must have been villagers searching for them. "Today's world is advanced," Alok said. "No one can stop you from being together. Why don't you seek police help?" Suraj shook his head. "There is no police or law for us there. In Alka's village, her father and his family are the law. No one will help us." "I'll help you," Alok said. "Tell me what to do." But before they could explain, the same group of armed villagers appeared again. Alka's father pointed and shouted, "Here they are. These sinners. Kill them." A lower caste boy can never marry a higher caste girl. He has defiled my daughter." Everyone became furious. Weapons were placed on the couple's necks. Alok shouted, "Are you mad? I will call the police." The men laughed loudly. Suddenly, a huge stone hit the window, and a strong gust of wind blew inside. The cloth covering the boy and girl's faces flew off, and Alok's blood ran cold. Their faces were the same as the severed heads he had seen at the station. His mind went numb. Before he could act, the villagers slashed their throats. One man picked up Alka's severed head, another picked up Suraj. But even after losing their heads, their bodies on the floor were still holding each other's hands tightly, as if saying, "No one can ever separate us." Alok was trembling. Just then, the villagers transformed into terrifying ghosts and advanced toward him. The train was speeding. Feeling death approach, Alok took a desperate decision and jumped out of the moving train. A horrifying scream echoed. "Passengers, please pay attention. The express train is arriving on platform number 2. The announcement kept repeating. Suddenly, Alok woke up. He looked around wildly. It was 5 a.m. He tried to recall everything. Was it a dream or reality? He couldn't understand. Hearing the announcement again, he slowly walked toward platform number 2, carrying countless unanswered questions in his mind.